Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today I have a bare face, sort of, which means we're going to be trying something out. Today I have got, if I can hold it with two hands, the entire Colourpop and Kathleenlights collaboration collection, which is called the Zodiac collection. I was so excited for this. I mean, Kathleenlights is probably my favourite YouTuber. I love her so much. She's just classic YouTube to me, so I love watching her and I love all the stuff she comes out with. I did order this when it launched, but it went out of stock very quickly, and I ordered it as soon as I could. But obviously I have to wait a little bit longer than people in the US, obviously because I live in the UK, so I had to wait about 3 weeks for shipping, I believe. It might have been 2. It was about 2 to 3 weeks for it to arrive to me. So yeah, I've just got around to playing with it now. I'm just going to bring you a little bit closer and we're going to just play with all these products and put them on my face and I'm going to try and create a good look, we're going to hope. I'm going to kind of just treat it as a first impressions / semi-tutorial on the eyelids. So yeah. Let's go play with it. Okay, so before I go into the eyes, I want to talk about the 2 highlighters that she brought out. One was called On the Cusp and one was called Fire. It comes in like this black packaging with all like the signs all over it, which is really cool. And then inside the packaging itself, like the plastic packaging, is actually blue. I think On the Cusp will suit me more than Fire. I've already touched Fire just to push it back in because it was like shrinking and popping out, which does happen to some Colourpop sort of Super Shock formulas because it's going in a plane and like the atmosphere kind of shrinks it. It's not a problem, you can just push it back into place. But this is more, I'd say, for deeper complexions. However, I could probably get away with this when I'm tan. It just looks like this on the back of my hand. It's not particularly dark. Perhaps a skin shade or 2 darker and so on would look much better with this highlight, but for me it's just a little bit too dark at the moment. On the Cusp, however, is I think going to be the perfect highlight shade for me. It's just so wet looking and so shimmery. Like, look at that. Look at that. I want this all over my body. Like, oh my god. But it's not chunky or glittery. It's just so smooth and wet looking. It's just amazing. So I'm going to apply it On the Cusp to my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, my nose, and kind of like areas like that. And the way I like to use these highlighters is to use my middle finger, swirl it around, and as I push the product in with my middle finger, I like to kind of pat it and follow it with this finger, like the ring finger as well, so it kind of blends out like so. So I like to follow the sort of angles of my cheeks and just push it like this. So this secondary finger is kind of patting in the product while this one is laying it down. I find that it's the most natural way of putting on like a liquid product or a moussey product, because you're not applying too much at once and you're able to blend it out in sort of very thin layers. Now that wasn't a lot. Look at the difference. This is my natural glow. And that is that highlight. Apply a little bit more. And if you feel like at any point you've put too much on, just take your beauty sponge or whatever you were using and just literally press over it. Don't smear, just bounce. Look at me glow. Okay, so jumping straight into the eyeshadow palette. The eyeshadow palette packaging is black and it's got all of these gold star signs. We've got like the Aquarius sign, Taurus, I think that's Leo, Gemini, Scorpio, and I don't know which one that is, but it's like all this sort of signs all over the back as well. And also on the back it has all of the colour names as well. And then when you take it out of the packaging, it's actually this beautiful navy blue colour with the gold symbols again, just like the front of the packaging. And on the back we have all of the names of the shadows as well. So going straight into this palette, we have a beautiful mirror here with like the plastic covering. So yeah, we've got a really generous mirror here. I could easily do my whole face in this. So, you know, as well as being small and travel friendly, we've got a lovely big size mirror in here. You know, if this was my on-the-go palette, which it could very well be with the shades inside, it's a very nice clear mirror to use and it's not too heavy. So as for the shades, I was actually very apprehensive at first. I thought that these colours didn't go. So from first sort of look, I thought, oh, I don't know. Like, I feel like I understand the colour and the story behind it, as in each of these signs sort of coordinate with the colour, and I do get it. They do look like the traits of each of the sort of signs, so I like the colours and I like what she's matched it with. But I was a bit apprehensive with what look I would use with this until I looked a little bit closer and I started pairing different shadows with different colours, and I was like, actually this is a really wearable palette. On the topic of eyes, she also came out with some supernova shadows. These I was really drawn to. So she's come out with 2, one called Constellation and one called Astrology. These are in the navy blue packaging, similar to the inside of the others, so she's kind of done it sort of flip reverse. This is Constellation. It's this beautiful pink kind of like a coin, like a rose gold penny. It's absolutely beautiful. And then we've got Astrology, which is this straight up greeny sort of gold. It reminds me a little bit of Telepathy from Kathleenlights Super Shock Shadow Quad. So those are the two shades. I think they're absolutely stunning. I really want to use this one today. I'm so drawn to this colour. I'll quickly swatch them for you both now. So this is Constellation and that's Astrology. So they're very iridescent. This one's still quite wet, so it's kind of shining off my lights a little bit too much, but this one's got much more pink undertone. That's that yellowy greeny gold undertone. I think they're really unique, and I actually really like them. So like I said, I really want to use this one in my look today. So basing it off of that, I really want to play around with these mauvey tones, this quad here. I am a Gemini. I'm wearing my little Gemini necklace today. Look, you can't see it. I'm wearing my little Gemini necklace today because I am a Gemini, so I thought it'd be quite fitting to wear that, even though you cannot see it at all, but never mind. So yeah, I really want to add my sign into the look because I feel like I really want to play with my sign, which is this kind of like champagne-y goldy colour. So I really want to play with these dusky pink colours and then possibly a few of these browns and this purple here. I really want to at some point play with this periwinkle blue, the Aquarius, because are you looking at this? It's so beautiful. And then the Pisces next to it, which is this one here. I'm sorry? Let me just swatch these for you. I've not put any more product on my finger, but hello! What is this? It's so shiny and beautiful, and this one is the most unique blue ever. It's like an electric cobalt mixed with a periwinkle, and they've had a baby, and it's created something magical. Ugh. So yeah, at some point I really do want to play with these magical blue tones and this black with a gold glitter through it, and these like really warm tones here. I really love this palette, but today we're going to play with the pink, softy, dusky pink colours. So for my first shade of my crease, I'm going to go into the Libra. There is a little bit of kickback, but it's not too bad. It's just like a little bit of fluffing, and I'm just going to apply this through my crease and build up the colour to what I want it to be. I'm just bringing this colour as well ever so slightly up to the lower portion of my brow bone because I want this to be sort of the palest colour but really smoked out and fluffed out, so it looks really nice and airy. I want this to be kind of a very light, magical, pinky looking look. I'm then going to take a little petite fluffy brush and go into the Scorpio, which is like this satiny, shimmery purple. I'm going to just put this in my outer third of the eye. I really want to give the outer portion of my eye more depth and more drama. I'm going to go back into that Libra shade ever so slightly, just touching it just to blend out those edges, just so it meets up nicely and it's not like two block colours. With a flat shader brush, I'm just going to go into the Cancer, which is this very pale pinky champagne colour. It's kind of champagne, it's more of a sort of a shell pink. And I want to put this on the inner third of my eye and including my tear duct here, because I really want to bring that luminosity to the inner third of the eye. I'm then going to take the Gemini on my finger as well. Oh, that's really pretty. Ooh, and then just place this on the centre of my lid. I want to go back into the Cancer and just sort of merge those two colours together. I kind of want it to look pinky, goldy sort of looking. So I'm just going to merge those two together just by swiping gently. And then with a fluffier brush, I'm just going to go into the Sagittarius, which is this plummy purple shade, and just take a smidgen and then run this from the outer corner. So start at the outer corner so there's the most pigment there, and slowly with circular motions drag it through the crease. And then doing exactly the same technique, do that with the Scorpio and just go over that Sagittarius shade. Then taking that big fluffy brush I used for the crease, going back into the Libra and then pointing this upwards so I get the brow bone most of all, and just making sure that crease shade comes back through and kind of pushes all of that metallic-y particles back down again. I don't want it to look really messy. I'm also going to take that Libra shade and put this all over my lower lash line with this small fluffy brush and just kind of meet it up with this wingish shape I've been making, like so. I hate doing my lower lash line so much, it tickles the hell out of me. And then taking a very loose, fine, fluffy brush, I'm going to go into the Scorpio and just fluff it on my outer lower lash line, and again joining it up with this wingish shape I'm creating. Right, so that's the look I've created with the eyeshadow palette. I now want to go into the Supernova shadow. So I'm going to go into Constellation and just put a little lump on the back of my hand, kind kind of like a little pile. And I'm going to take a winged liner brush and just dip into that, and I want to create this metallic wing on my eyes, so hopefully it goes well. I hate doing winged liner on camera. I feel like the pressure to not cock it up is just, it's just too much. Okay, so that's that done. I don't know if it looks good or not, but I think I like it. I think I like it. I feel like with a deeper eye, with less shimmer going on the lid, it would look far better, but I think I kind of like this metallic-y silver wing. I'm going to just go ahead and apply some mascara on my eyeballs, and then we will pick a lip colour. Okay, so mascara on, I have two Luxe lipstick collection, or like Luxe lipstick options. I have one in the shade Scorpio Moon and another one saying what's your sign. So I'm just going to quickly swatch these for you now. By the way, they come in the same blue packaging that the Supernova shadows did, and the inner packaging is exactly the same as all the other of Colourpop's lipsticks. So this is Scorpio Moon that I'm swatching for you now. It's a beautiful mauvey purple shade, really, really nice. I really, really like shades like this. And then we've got What's Your Sign, which is a beautiful nude, something I really, really enjoy. And I think I'm going to be putting this one on today because it's so beautiful. It's just this beautiful kind of, well, it's just like a true nude, I think, with kind of like a peachy undertone to it, but kind of pink as well. I really, really like it. I think these two lip options are really, really good to choose because they're very versatile for skin colours as well. So yeah, I'm going to go with What's Your Sign and apply this on my lips. I absolutely love the Luxe lipsticks. I think they're so creamy and so, well, luxe. They just feel luxe. They feel so good. Okay, and that is the look, I think. I think I'm really, really happy with this look. I really, really like it. I feel very celestial, you know? I feel very, like, magical. I just feel great. So that's it. This has been my first impressions slash tutorial slash kind of review on the Kathleenlights and Colourpop Zodiac collection. I think it's a big hit. I feel like I'm living for this kind of look. And I feel like she really hit it out of the park with the eyeshadow palette. I think the quality of the Colourpop eyeshadows are always the same. They're always amazing. I love them. She's really hit it out of the park with all the colours, and they do work really, really well with each other. The highlighters, well, what can I say? They are beaming. They are beautiful. I love them. They don't smear everywhere. They're not oily. They're just like the perfect consistency. Colourpop have just done it with this formula, and Kathleen has just done it with the colours as well. Like I said, they're very versatile and they are beautiful. I think these Supernova shadows are very unique, and I think it's what was needed in the Supernova shadow collection because they're very like sheer wash sort of glitter shades, whereas these are kind of like full pigment. As you can see, I have done a winged liner with them and I think they are stunning. This shade is beautiful that I've currently got on my eyes, but this one I'm excited to kind of play with on the centre of my eye perhaps. And then lastly, the Luxe lipsticks. They're one of my favourite lipsticks. I have them all out on display. I love them. I think this shade is beautiful, very, very versatile, and you could easily deepen it down with a lip liner underneath if you think it's going to wash you out a little bit, but it's just like a really, really nice nude. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. If you've enjoyed this video, please do not forget to hit the thumbs up because it lets me know that you've enjoyed it, and I like to know when you've enjoyed it. If you would like any other looks with this palette or any of the products I've played around with today, just put that down below and I'll do that for you. Don't you worry. I will do it. Hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and hit the bell to all because then it will tell you when I've uploaded my next video. And who wouldn't want to know that? Thank you guys once again, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. I'm gonna cut. It's quad. For God's sake, go away. This is taking me far too long to film. Seriously. Good luck. I believe I can fly. Tutorial. I've got lip swatches on my hands still, making you absolute amateur. Colourpop what?